Hello.
Hi, shut up.
Hello.
Hi, Patrick. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
This is the room, right?
I think so.
Hi, Annie. And Winnie too.
Hello.
I see all of us are streaming in.
Hi, Patrick.
Jingjing will be joining really shortly. They are kind of wrapping up in the testing room, so just bear with them for a few seconds. Let me just send them a reminder.
Hi, Spendu.
Hi, Patrick. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, it just started in a big way, the whole thing.
Yes, I noticed it started last week.
And yeah, today you have unprecedented traffic to the website. 5,000 people are logged on to the mainstream. It's
Wow.
quite a big show. Anyway.
Jingjing is going to be joining just any time now, and I apologize. I think they're kind of doing some last minute.
So that this program will be when it kicks in,
Yeah, after you're welcome, and then we're going to launch it actually right after this session. So this is a launching session, and okay,
it's free for Singaporeans, right?
Yes, it's free for Singaporean.
Free for everyone.
Yes, it's actually for everyone.
Oh, indeed.
This is to
where a lot of people may not know that I just became a Singaporean. That's why I'm.
Wow, congratulations! Yeah, congratulations! Yeah,
welcome.
This is a birthday gift for you then. What was the exact date? Do you have?
Oh, my no. I mean I already put it in on 18th of October. 18th
Wow.
Yeah.
They must have done it right before SFF for you.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Patrick. Good morning, Winnie. Good morning,
Hi,
Ernie.
good morning.
Yeah, so happy to see all of you here, and thank you so much for being part of this program. I must tell Mr. Subnandu Mohanty that we really did this up. I was checking through my notes that we did the first recording for Patrick on 8 October. So we really wrap it up just in time for SFF.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you. TJ, are you here? Is almost everyone here? Is Principal Kok Kiang here? Andrew and as well as Patrice, are they here, right?
Yes, we are here.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, Mr. Subnandu Mohanty, you have not met Kok Kiang. Kok Kiang took over the leadership at in Ngee Ann Polytechnic in May, right, Kok Kiang?
Yes, yes. Hello,
Yeah.
hi.
Hi. I'm looking to meet you because your predecessor, we worked very closely, and
Yes.
I'm very happy he went to an interesting place now.
Yes. A continuation of the journey, so to speak.
Yeah. I hope he's the future president of.
Yes. So yes, certainly looking forward to catching up with you again soon.
Yes.
And thanks for your support. Not just for this, but over the years as well. Without which we wouldn't have gotten to where we are today, whether the PolyFinTech or some of the other initiatives that we're working on all this while.
Yeah, and we're in a good place, also in bad place. We have unprecedented demand for talent, and we are in a bad place. We can meet up to the demand. So from a job perspective, we're in a very good position. But from a supply, we still have to pick up as much we can. But it's a good problem. It's a good problem to have.
No, exactly. And I think there's also interest. That's the most important thing.
Yes,
we may not be there yet, but there is interest, right? So there is demand, there is interest. So at least back to your point, I think it's a good problem to have.
Yes.
I would like to introduce that we have our guest speakers here, and as well as our very fervent supporters from Talent Pavilion, including Sue herself. And I saw that Keith Carter, who is from NUS. Yeah, he's here to support us as well. All the team members have worked tirelessly over the last few weeks to bring Talent Pavilion as well as the participation in SFF up. I'm really honored and thrilled to be here today with every one of you. May I pass it over to our MCs to start the launch then? Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Tan. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Streaming around the world, welcome and thank you for joining us on the first day of Singapore FinTech Festival and for sharing in this joyous occasion of launching the first of its kind Talent Pavilion FinTech 101 course. Talent Pavilion is part of the Talent Pavilion is part of the Singapore FinTech Festival with an array of events, job opportunities, upskilling and reskilling courses. It is a one-stop shop for professionals, job seekers, employers, and students looking to be a part of the FinTech ecosystem. This complimentary course is conceptualized in conjunction with the Singapore FinTech Youth Chapter as a part of the FinTech for Good program, where we break down on all barriers of FinTech and make FinTech concepts known to a wider audience in an easy-to-understand manner.
Good afternoon, Mr. Somnandu Mohanty, Chief FinTech Officer of MAS, Mr. Patrick Tay, Assistant Secretary General of NTUC, Executive Secretary, Banking and Financial Services Union, in short, BFSU, Mr. Lim Kok Kiang, Principal and CEO of Ngee Ann Polytechnic, Chairman of PolyFinTech 100 Committee, Talent Pavilion, MAS colleagues, esteemed speakers of the course, guests, and fellow students. Welcome to the launch of the Talent Pavilion FinTech 101 course. I am Andrea Tan, Vice President of the Singapore FinTech Youth Chapter, or SFYC in short. And with me, I have Anastasia Lais, Head of Events, and will be your MCs for today's launch event.
No, I cannot.
The chapter is a youth community affiliated to the Singapore FinTech Association, SFA, that enables youth with interest in FinTech to be connected with the FinTech community and gain a deeper understanding and access to FinTech careers and opportunities locally and globally. The chapter is powered by PolyFinTech 100, a coordinated pan-polytechnic effort to deepen the collaboration with the FinTech industry and nurture a pool of talent as a part of the development of Singapore into a smart financial center. We are honored to partner with Talent Pavilion, a one-stop shop for professionals, job seekers, and employers and students looking to be part of the FinTech ecosystem to launch this course together.
Thank you, Andrea, for sharing with us more about SFYC. Throughout these past few months since the inauguration of SFYC at Lead Discovery 2021, a young NTUC event in July, the team has been working hard behind the scenes. We just concluded a FinTech webinar on the 29th of October, hosting a hybrid event with close to 700 online audience. And in order to reach out to the masses, including youths who have not heard about FinTech, we thought a simple one-on-one course on FinTech will be useful. The topics include the basis of FinTech, digital transformation, background on FinTech, FinTech applications, developing capabilities in an ever-changing world. Even though the team comprises of youths who are studying on internship and or in national service, we often work till late at night to meet the project milestones. The team is deeply appreciative of the industry practitioners who have come forward to share their knowledge openly. A few of the guest speakers are here today with us. We will invite them to share on their thoughts on the course and FinTech later.
We would like to thank Mr. Somnandu Mohanty, who took time off his busy schedule to join us for the launch of the Talent Pavilion FinTech one-on-one course. Without further ado, let's put our hands together to welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Somnandu Mohanty, Chief FinTech Officer of MES, to give us the opening address. Mr. Mohanty, please.
Hello, good afternoon, good noon, is it noon time? Good afternoon. Good to be talking to this interesting initiative. Let me start saying this because one thing we did this year at the Singapore FinTech Festival, we introduced something called the Web 3.0 Global Certification Program. And when I launched it, I was not sure that this is really going to work because it's a very complex topic and there are so many complex way to execute. So we decided to convert the SFF content to a global program. Guess what? Now more than 5,000 people globally from 80 countries are taking the exam as we speak. 800 people at this point in time, 800 people are taking the program as there was the SFF. What it clearly shows that the appetite, that the demand and the desire to get new knowledge is truly at a very, very high level today. And with that kind of energy today, I think it's important for us in Singapore to introduce this particular program because people truly want to get themselves educated in this space because the future of financial sector, the future of jobs are all going to rely on our own understanding of this space. Now, as I was interviewing Balaji in the opening of the Singapore FinTech Festival, and I asked this question, look, in the previous internet, we don't have to, all of us didn't have to go to school how to use internet, right? Whether it is Web 1.0 or the current internet. But this time it's quite different. The future internet will require all of us to be knowledgeable in the technology stack we're going to use because each of us are going to be the producer, the creator, or the user of the content, and also would be monetizing our own data, own wisdom. So if that is the future, then all of us have to understand this space quite well. I'm very glad that we are launching this program because it truly sets us in Singapore as something we can leverage in the coming future. So that's one piece. The second part, which I thought was interesting, is that especially the talent focus we have to the partnership we have today, we have, especially I will say the Polytechnic institutions, I think their ability to grasp it has been quite something, and a living example for us. In fact, every time we have to go and explain how good we are doing in this education space, the first slide goes to Polytechnic education, what is happening in this space. And the reason we are quite proud of that, because it shows that we are actually building this capability at early stage of anybody's career. And that's the right time to introduce people on FinTech, digital transformation, and so forth. And the third point I would like to bring is that in any economy, it is powered by small and medium businesses. And these new businesses are also going to ride on the new technology stack, which means our own business and own entrepreneurs also have to get exposed to this technology. And again, going through this program, I hope they will take advantage of this program, and hopefully they're going to use some of this as they think about the future digital economy. And the last point is for the mid-career switchers who have now shifted to tech and FinTech roles. And I believe they're going to, in this program, they're going to share their own personal story. And I hope some of this personal story will be encouragement to people out there who also want to make that shift. And we want to get to the heartlands. We want to get to schools, communities, so that FinTech is accessible to all. my personal belief is that in Singapore, we got to make an effort, irrespective of where they stand today, whether they're in early stage, middle career, or late stage. Minimally, we should have this program out there to get all of us digitally literate. Why this is important? Because all of us are going to participate in the digital economy. We are going to buy digital product. We are going to buy digital assets. And if we don't understand this space well, we may make wrong choices. We may get into issues like cyber and other issues. So having a better understanding of digital economy as a user is also equally useful. So I hope with this program, we should be able to get there. And I really want to, again, a big 3 cheers to the Talent Pavilion FinTech 101 course. And I'm looking forward that we can educate through this program more and more Singaporeans, and hopefully we get together there as a country to be ready to take advantage of this great digital economy to be powered by Web 3.0. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening to me.
Thank you, Mr. Mohanty, for the inspiring welcome address. Let us now watch the trailer for the Talent Pavilion FinTech 101 course. What an exciting and inspiring course trailer. May I now request Mr. Mohanty to come on stage. Let us also welcome Mr. Lim Kok Kia, Principal and CEO of Ngee Ann Poly and Chairman of PolyFinTech 100, as well as Mr. Janet Tay, President of Singapore FinTech Association, on stage with us. And now, for the big reveal, at the shout of 3, we will now unveil the curtains and officially launch the Talent Pavilion FinTech 101 course. In 3, 2, 1.
May we now also request Mr. Mohanty, Mr. Lim, and Mr. Tay to stay around for our photo taking session. May we also invite everyone else to turn on your camera so that we can take a virtual group photo together to mark this joyous occasion. So I see all our speakers have really turned on their cameras with the very pretty Talent Pavilion background. Okay, so our photographer Eileen will be taking some screenshots of all of us today, and thank you so much for joining us as well. So Eileen, do let us.
Is it possible if you can unshare your screen so I can take a full gallery?
Alright. Is this better?
Yeah. Okay, let me go. Okay, on the count of 3, right? So yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next page. 1, 2, 3.
I guess this is the new way of taking photos of virtual group events in the new situation now. I think it's a good thing as well. You know, we are socially apart, but still together online. Really heartening to see that everyone is so united with their pretty backgrounds, and you can see everyone here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. So before today's event, we had requested our speakers to ponder over 2 interesting questions. First being, what was the reason behind your participation in the Talent Pavilion FinTech 101 course? And the second question, what is your wish list for the Singapore FinTech or banking ecosystem going forward?
So I think it's a very interesting question. So let's start with Mr. Patrick Tay, Assistant Secretary General at NTUC and Executive Secretary for the Banking and Financial Services Union, BFSU, who shared how BFSU works with the various government agencies, industry partners, an institute for higher learning to plug the gaps through upgrading and upskilling during the course. Mr. Patrick, please.
Yeah, thanks, Andrea. And I'm glad to be part of this FinTech 101 program. I know all of us play a very, very small role, but together we managed to roll out this FinTech 101 program in a very, very short period of time. And kudos to the team for piecing everything together. As Supendal mentioned, I think there's lots of potential for this sector. In particular, I've been watching the labor market very, very, very closely. And definitely, if you have been following the newspapers and the media reports, just 2 weeks ago, in the latest Ministry of Manpower labor market report for the third quarter, the outlook looks positive. I think we are getting a bit better. Of course, a bit more uneven, uncertain. But however, I must emphasize the point that the modern services sector, in particular the financial sector, and ICT as well as professional services are doing well, particularly the FinTech space. So I really congratulate the team for piecing this together, because I think there will be more skills to pick up, more jobs to take up, particularly in this FinTech space. And as part of Singapore FinTech Festival, a big congratulations to the team for putting together this Talent Pavilion FinTech 101 program. And like I said, I hope more, particularly the younger ones, will benefit from this, as well as including the mid-career ones who want to have a sense of this sector, to pick some tips and sort of be a primer to the FinTech space. So again, congratulations, and I hope all of you have a chance to look through the program at your convenience, and really I'm looking forward to see the final product, and since we just launched it today. So a big thank you and congratulations again to the team. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Patrick, for participating as well as for sharing. May we now invite Ms. Janet Young, MD and Head of Group Channels and Digitalization at UOB, who gave us the background on FinTech's impact on the finance industry, as well as her vision for FinTech during the course. Ms. Janet, please.
Thank you. And again, I'd like to congratulate the FinTech 101 movement. I said some time ago when I first joined the FinTech Festival, Singapore FinTech Festival, that if FinTech is only accessible to a very small select group, then we're not doing our bit. And for FinTech to have impact to the society and to the greater good of the business and the individuals, then it has to be made a lot more accessible. So this is my very first personal motivation of wanting to take part in this FinTech 101 course, because then we can spread the knowledge, share it widely for those who are interested, for those who have curiosity, and for those who really want to take part and want to know how to go about doing it. So this is really my first wish, that it becomes a lot more accessible. Secondly, I think from UOB perspective, we've always worked very closely with FinTech. So we hope to be able to contribute to the talent pool that the FinTechs, as well as UOB and banks ourselves, are trying to recruit to this ever-growing industry with technology evolution and with the potential that it offers. And thirdly, I want to show support to our partners, MAS, Singapore FinTech Festival organizers, the Singapore FinTech Association, SFA, and the PolyFinTech 100 movement, of course, Nyan Poly, a great partner of ourselves. So these are the three reasons why I took part in this FinTech 101 course. And my wish list, that this sector continues to thrive, to grow, and that the ecosystem becomes larger and bring positive impact to the society. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Janet, for sharing. I really do agree with you on your point of having accessibility, especially having FinTech to be accessible. So really thankful to have you on board with us. May we now invite Mr. Jerry So, Senior Director, Head of Singapore Development Center at PayPal Private Limited, who share with us how PayPal's commitment in grooming the next generation of local technologists. Mr. Jerry, can you share with us what was your motivation in participating and your future outlook of Singapore's FinTech ecosystem?
Sure, thank you. First of all, I also want to give a shout out to the FinTech 101 team, working team, congratulating on the job well done and launching of this program. Certainly for me, I think we're still in an uncertain but very exciting time. I think there's so much new opportunities in finance and technologies. I'm honored to participate in the FinTech 101 course because I believe in the future of FinTech and the ability of FinTech to bring more goods to the world. And certainly, you know, at PayPal, that's one of our mission is to democratize, you know, the access of money. But I think in order for us to get there, we need to invest and build capabilities to enable people really to meet the future challenges. And that's really why, you know, I'm really, you know, honored to participate in this program. And I do hope in the future that, you know, we can all work together to support the development of talent pipeline and continue enabling attraction of global talent and make Singapore really a central hub where, you know, magic can happen. So, and that really excites me in terms of where the possibility of everyone coming together and to bring a better future. So, so definitely, you know, I'm looking forward to finishing product myself as well after this call. And once again, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Jerry, for sharing your view on FinTech by investing in the future. We will now invite Ms. Mini Lim, Deputy CEO of the Institute of Banking and Finance, who shared with us how IBF helps the financial industry and professionals meet their jobs and skills needs during the course. Ms. Winnie, over to you to share with us, please.
Thank you, Anastasia. First of all, a very big congratulatory message for SFYC for launching this FinTech 101 program. I think the reason why we are happy to be involved, first of all, I think we, as the Jobs and Skills Partner for Financial Services, IBF is most happy to support such a learning opportunity. And I think to be able to launch a FinTech 101 program to help demystify many of these FinTech concepts for our young talents, as well as for our incumbent finance professionals, I think that's a great way forward in terms of creating more awareness and growing the talent pipeline. So that's the reason why we're very much happy to be part of this effort. In terms of the wish list, I would say growing the whole ecosystem in terms of having the FinTech and financial services players come together to co-create solutions and eventually work towards a smarter financial center. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Winnie, for sharing. We're very heartened to hear on your efforts over at IBF to help scale the financial technology sector in Singapore. May we now invite Ms. Eileen Ng, Head of Future Smart and Leadership at OCBC Bank, who shared how Future Smart helps OCBC employees. Ms. Eileen, please.
Thank you very much. And hello, everyone. It's great to be here witnessing the ecosystem of thought leaders and practitioners that are contributing to the larger society. And very big congratulations to the Talent Pavilion team as well for making the FinTech 101 program possible. It is my honor to be representing OCBC in my role as the head of Future Smart and Leadership, sharing how OCBC prepares its workforce to be future smart in this program. So Future Smart has one mission, and that is to leave no one behind. As the world transforms and as the bank grows and make changes as we move along. So when I was approached by the Talent Pavilion team to share the journey, I said yes, of course, as we believe that it takes the ecosystem, or some calls a village, to raise a child. We believe in giving back and creating long-term value in the things that we do. So the answer to Talent Pavilion's request is, of course, a resounding yes. So I've been asked to also share what's my wish list for the FinTech ecosystem. I think my wish is simple. It's been an accelerating journey for the world, for OCBC, and for every one of us. But for me and for the bank, we strongly believe that as long as we bind together as one, we will continue to thrive, to become stronger, and that we will walk further in the years to come. And OCBC is very happy to be able to contribute and walk this journey with everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Eileen, for sharing how OCBC prepares its workers for the future, as change is the only constant. May we now invite Mr. Joseph Gan, co-founder and CEO of Viki, who taught us the importance of cybersecurity and the industry's best practices. Mr. Joseph, can you share with us what was your motivation in participating in the FinTech 101 course, and what do you envision the future landscape of the Singapore FinTech ecosystem to be? Mr. Joseph, please.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, this is a fantastic initiative to build up a pool of FinTech talent in Singapore. I think we all see the importance of building the talent pipeline. And for myself, I was asked to cover a module on cybersecurity. I think we all know beyond FinTech, actually cybersecurity talent is really in short supply in the broader digital ecosystem in Singapore and globally. But at the same time, cybersecurity forms the foundation of digital trust, especially for our smart financial center. And I really like what Sunandu said about us and Singapore in particular moving to becoming producers of technologies rather than just consumers. And I think especially we do need to understand these FinTech fundamentals in order to build a strong foundation for all our new digitally focused FinTech products. We can't just be content with taking what others built for us. I think as a financial hub, as a smart financial center, we do need to see and move nimbly in order to create all these new things. And we need a strong foundation for all of that. And I think in terms of the wish list, I think what we all want to achieve for our FinTech ecosystem is that we are able to enable, of course, not just specialized cybersecurity companies like VKey, who of course do need cybersecurity talent to develop our mobile security solutions for the banks and other FinTechs and so on. But also for the rest of the FinTech ecosystem to be similarly enabled so that we can build digital systems that are secure from the ground up. And I think I love all the modules that were chosen for these for this. I think really for each of us as speakers, we do just want to be able to come in, teach a bit, but I think really together the course builds a pool of talent, which we do think can create really a way for us to build a strong talent pipeline that is able to achieve what we want for our smart financial center.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph, for sharing how digital trust is important, especially as it has been added as a sixth pillar to our defense. So may we now invite Ms. Magdalene Mcdonald, Head of Innovation at Prudential Singapore, who shared how InsurTech and innovation go hand in hand in an insurance company. Ms. Magdalene, over to you to share with us, please.
Thank you, Angeline. I'll give a very pragmatic reason why Prudential's involved in this, because it helps us to co-create better solutions with the young people. Last year, in one of our open innovation competitions, we had a young person come up to us and he said, I can build a virtual 3D world. And he didn't know anything about insurance, right? So we worked together with him, Prudential, we sent our Gen Zs, right? And then they had the tech capabilities, and we're launching something at the Talent Pavilion this year. But one of the learnings is this, that young people these days really know very, very little about insurance. They know enough about payments and banks and so on. So we're here to help them to understand insurance a little bit better so that when we co-create with them, it's an easier process for all. Right? And we really enjoy that process. The second reason why we do it is because it's fun. And these are organizations, right? SFYC, Prudential's a lead collaborator there. The MAS FinTech group doing great work. Ngee Poly, if Ching Ching is asking us anything, the answer is probably going to be yes, because we know these are the people who really stand out and make a difference, and we want to be part of that. What is our wish list? We want to co-create more solutions with all of you here.
Thank you, Ms. Magdalene, for sharing how Prudential works with young people to come up with solutions for the future. May we now invite Mr. Janet Tay, President of the Singapore FinTech Association, who shared on the background of FinTech and demystified the concept of financial technology. Mr. Janet, could you share with us why you have decided to come on board to play a part in the course, and what do you hope to see in the future progression of the Singapore FinTech ecosystem? Mr. Janet, please.
Thanks, Anastasia. First of all, I must congratulate everyone for keeping to time. I was given a Rubin brief, and you have stuck to the ±1 minute time frame, which actually says a lot about how things are run at PolyFinTech 100 and SFYC. So first, I must say I am very, very honored to be taking part in this initiative. And when it came up to me for the first time, I didn't even blink an eye, and I just said yes to it, because I knew it is a very, very important aspect of building our FinTech ecosystem. Running the Singapore FinTech Association for 7-8 months now, it has become increasingly more clear to me every other day that one of the key pillars that drives our mission and vision is the growth of the FinTech talent pool. And we've been taking steps right from the beginning. But more importantly, in the recent past, we have realized that there is an enough, I would say, usage of digital economy financial services, but there is still some awareness that we need to create more in the in the areas such as students in secondary schools, and we need to cover a broader spectrum of FinTech talent pool and to keep our country ready for FinTech, as a core, I would say, industry segment for people to join in. So that's very, very key, and that's one of the main reasons why I immediately agreed, given that we support SFYC and PolyFinTech 100 in all its efforts. And of course, the objective for me very clearly, and for us at SFA, is to help grow the Singapore FinTech ecosystem, become the global FinTech hub, and for us to leave that mark ahead for all of us to grow our industry and our lives in. Thank you, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Mr. Shadat, for sharing. And we are very heartened to see SFA's efforts in growing the FinTech ecosystem here in Singapore. May we now invite Dr. Ernie Teo, co-founder of Dedoco, who shared with us what blockchain is and the underlying technology behind blockchain during the course. Dr. Ernie, can you share with us what was your motivation in participating in the course, and where do you envision the future landscape of the Singapore FinTech ecosystem to be?
Thank you. Yeah, first of all, I also like to congratulate the team behind this. Really good effort to put all this together within such a short time frame. My number one reason is I'm a Poly graduate. So I graduated from Ngee Ann Poly in the 1990s. So I'm very happy to contribute back to the ecosystem. Number two, I think as a startup founder, our talent pool is really important for us. Being able to hire the right people, not just in Singapore, but abroad as well, is pretty tough right now. Being a small company in a space where a lot of tech giants are playing. So I think enabling our local students and the local talent pool to be able to catch up with the technology and to be able to actually contribute to this ecosystem is very important. Yeah, so I think that is something that I hope to contribute to. What my main wish list for the FinTech ecosystem is really for Singapore to become not just a financial services hub for technology, for FinTech services, but really to become the technology hub. So hope that we have more startups coming here. We have the big guys coming here to contribute as well, such that we do become the technology hub for FinTech. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Ernie, for sharing the importance of having a good talent pool in Singapore. May we now invite Ms. Andrea Lau, who is an associate front-end developer at DBS Bank, who shared her experience as a mid-career transitioner in the course. Ms. Andrea, can you share with us briefly on your amazing transition story, and what do you foresee in the outlook of the Singapore FinTech or the Singapore tech ecosystem? Ms. Andrea, please.
Hi, I'm Andrea, and I'm a front-end developer at DBS. I'm a mid-career switcher, and what motivates me to join this initiative is to share my transition story. As I know that there are many of you out there like me, after seeing how tech has transformed lives in recent decade, you may be wondering if it is possible or if it is too late to pursue tech as a career. I hope my story in this course will provide you some clarity, and as quoted by my colleague Tim, he said, where you start doesn't matter as much as where you plan to go next. So for the second part, as I'm still growing in the FinTech area, my wish list for Singapore tech ecosystem would be, it would be interesting to see innovations that would leverage disruptive VR tech for good societal use. For instance, getting educated and raising awareness, for example, on topics such as diversity. An example would be perhaps giving a person an immersive experience on the upbringing in another culture. Another example would be letting a person experience various career environments before one decides on their major. So I hope all this excites you as it did for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Andrea, for sharing your motivations behind your big mid-career transition. Very interesting and heartening answers that we have heard from our speakers on why they decided to be part of the Talent Pavilion FinTech 101 course. Indeed, all of us are actually doing our part for the FinTech ecosystem.
After the exciting sharing, I'm sure all of us are very excited to kickstart the course. So enclosed are some of the simple steps on the registration process. So you can click on the talentpavilion.zealand.com FinTech 101. So we'll walk you through on how you can sign up. So you can go to the link, click on Learn Now, and create a Zealand account before you can start learning right away.
So the course actually consists of 15 esteemed subject matter experts and practitioners who share their respective areas of expertise. At the end of the course, all learners will be given a certificate of completion as signed off by the representatives from Singapore FinTech Association and the PolyFinTech 100 community.
With that, I'll now pass the time to Ms. Su, Deputy Director, FinTech and Innovation Group at the Monetary Authority of Singapore, to share a few words.
Hi everyone. On behalf of Talent Pavilion, I would like to congratulate the whole entire team for a job well done. And especially I also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge Ching Ching, the brainchild behind the course, for curating and designing the course with the vision, with her committed vision of FinTech for Good, educating the nation so that no one is left behind. And also, I would like to thank all the 15 subject matters experts who spent time contributing your expertise, your perspectives, your insights, your thought leaderships, drawing on your wealth of industry experiences to make this launch of the course a success. And obviously not to forget the SFYC Exco subcom members, your work behind the scenes to stitch the course together. I know from Ching Ching that you guys work on the questions for the course, look at the course for relevance for the youth, and be a voice for them. And I want to thank you for that. And last but not least, the Sandbox team for your work tirelessly behind the scenes as well to provide guidance to the volunteers at FYC in the speakers curation, content curation, for making the impossible possible. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Su. Thank you, Ms. Su, for sharing. From all of us at SFYC as well, we'd like to thank Talent Pavilion for being such a constant supporter in this course, as well as MAS. And we also like to have a big shout out to Ms. Tan Ching Ching for being very supportive and guiding to us for this whole journey, and the TSB team as well. May I now pass the time to Ms. Tan Ching Ching, Director of the Sandbox at Ngee Poly and representative of the PolyFinTech 100 committee, to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. In particular, Kok Yang. I think he has given me a lot of freedom to do the jobs that I love, and as well as my Talent Pavilion colleagues, SFYC Exco, whom I saw more than my family members during this period. The birth of SFYC and the launch of Talent Pavilion FinTech 101 course is like going through 9 months of pregnancy, you know, and finally birth today. The SFYC was launched in Feb 2021, if some of you may remember. And counting the months, it was indeed like a full 3 trimester of pregnancy. When PolyFinTech 100 was launched in 2016, FinTech was just a new term. So we tried interesting ways of engaging students via learning journeys where they woo and ah when they saw the innovation lab from many partners who are here with us today. So we brought FinTech into campus via roadshows and organized hackathons so that to scale them quickly before they graduate and enter the workforce or continue their studies. I do a little bit of promotion here. We'll be doing the API hackathon this coming Friday. So we organize a FinTech internship far and wide as well, so that they have first-hand experience in FinTech. All in all, we touched the hearts and minds of over 10,000 students over the last few years. With the launch of SFYC, I found that in a way we have come full circle, as many of the students have benefited from PolyFinTech 100 and they're back to serve and help their juniors. This is more sustainable and viable way of engaging the youth, as who else can influence youth better than the youth themselves? I would like to thank the guest speakers for FinTech 101 course for agreeing to say yes without reservations, for your willingness to share knowledge and guide the youth as we groom them to be future leaders, innovators, and disruptors. For Talent Pavilion colleagues, primarily Sue for agreeing to sponsor and guide this almost impossible task given the short timeline. To Shadab and Rubin, SFA is a valued partner of SFYC, FinTech 100, and thanks for readily coming on board. Our very first video recording was done on 7 October and Mr. Patrick Tay was our first speaker. We wrapped everything up within a month. UAT the course and wrapped it up at 2:08 a.m. last night. Sounds impossible, but we made it. Would like to thank everyone, especially my bosses who give me the freedom to try new things, and a shout out to Sandbox and SFYC. If you can do this and be willing to learn and adapt, you have a one leg up as compared to rest of the youth. We made it and we can look back with fond memories on how we brought the movers and shakers of Singapore FinTech ecosystem together to create this meaningful course for our future generations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Su and Ms. Ching Ching, for sharing the interesting analogy. Let's have one final sharing by Mr. Rubin, please.
Hi, everyone. Look, everyone has said it all. Just really congratulations to everybody, especially Ching Ching and the whole team. I'd like to give Talent Pavilion, SFYC, PolyFinTech a very big shout out for bringing so many critical players in the ecosystem to be present in one setting. I am overwhelmed. If this isn't powerful, I really don't know what it is. I'd like to echo shout out our president that we are really very honored to be part of this Talent Pavilion FinTech 100 program. And we are really thankful that we are given such a great opportunity to be part of this ecosystem. And SFA really believes in working with the youth to equip them and train as leaders for tomorrow. And as a mid-career transition myself, and also part of the course speakers, I really wish that I had all these opportunities in the past. So you guys are really very blessed. I just wish that I personally had these opportunities. So once again, big thank you to PolyFinTech 100, Talent Pavilion, and SFYC for making this possible. Stay tuned and more good stuff coming your way.
Thank you, Mr. Rubin, for sharing. Indeed, it was no easy feat to put the course together, and we're very thankful for all our partners from the banks, SFA, and all our other partners for being so supportive in all the initiatives that we have. So I would like to get everybody's, maybe like you can unmute yourself to give us a little clap, a little cheer, or even use the reaction function down below to actually show how you're feeling today and how excited you are to join the FinTech 101 course after this. I'm gonna give myself a thumbs up, or happy face in the chat. You can just send it in the chat. I'm gonna do a happy face to show how excited I am. And now, what are you gonna send? A thumbs up?
I think I sent confetti.
We already launched one confetti just now during the commemoration. So you're sending us another confetti now.
Okay. I think I sent cake lah.
Let's see for our other people. Our Exco Ming Ming sent us a. Oh, what is this? Rubin sent us a heart-shaped face. Patrick sent us claps. Mr. Jerry sent us a thumbs up and a clap. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you. Thank you, Meg. Thank you, Miss Eileen, for your constant support. Thank you, everyone. So both me and Anna here today, we are very thankful for the team, and we are very thankful for all the support from all our partners, and we hope that everyone will enjoy doing the course as much as we have planning and executing and building the whole course and actually bringing it to fruition today at 2 a.m. in the morning. So thank you, everyone. So we have now come to the end of the launch event of the Talent Pavilion FinTech 101 course. On behalf of the SFYC Expo, Talent Pavilion, and PolyFinTech 100, I would like to thank our distinguished guest speakers for taking time off from their busy schedule to not only curate a course and record with us, but for joining us today to share on their vision for the future of the FinTech ecosystem in Singapore. Today marks a very important milestone for SFYC, and it actually coincides with the first day of the Singapore FinTech Festival. So a really very hands clap that we have made this far. Actually, we're almost 2 years into COVID, but I think we are making the best out of the situation. As you can see, we are joined by many of our speakers, all virtually, and maybe even some participants from all around the world as well. So we hope that you've enjoyed today's session as much as I did. And thank you to the speakers who have joined us today. We hope that you can share about the course to your friends, colleagues, fellow startups who will find the topics interesting. Thank you for your unwavering support. And we hope that the Talent Pavilion FinTech 101 course will provide you with a greater insight into the FinTech industry. Stay curious and never stop learning. Thank you once again, and we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you all. I think Keith has something to share from the rest of the Talent Pavilion. Yeah, over to you, Keith. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Hey, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining this exciting launch. We do have some more events coming up the rest of this day. So we're going to be going into, I'll share my screen here. We have a little bit of a break now, but at 2 o'clock, we have the FinTech Startup Lounge, which is really fun. You get to meet one of the startups. The NUS FinTech Society, which we hope Ning and Poly and all the Poly students get into for at some point. We'll be showing off their blockchain project and how they do governance in their DAO, which is the DAO. So if you're always curious about what a DAO is, come on over to that. At 3 p.m., you'll see Patrick again and several others talking about does the future belong to the young? And we'll be looking at what does it take to have the right mindset to move forward in the future. At 4, we have 2 classes going on. One is FinTech Essentials. Another one is a showcase of FinTech SG projects, people that have gone through from mid-career shifts and come on over into the FinTech space. Sultan Ndu was just sharing about how it's so critical to fill in those jobs. These are some of the people that are jumping into it from other sectors. And finally, we end off the day with the FinTech Association talking about the new normal. And this is only just day 1. We have an exciting rest of the week. Please take a look at our Talent Pavilion events page. Look forward to seeing you in Zoom again.
Thank you, Keith. And with this, we wrap up the launch of the Talent Pavilion FinTech 101 course. Off to a good start to Singapore FinTech Festival, and hope you enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Chin Chin. Thank you, Keith.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
So much for joining us.
Thank you, speakers. Bye-bye.
Start learning.
Yeah.
Bye.
Expo members, can you stay back and together with Sandbox? Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for joining.
Wow, what an event. Now I can finally sleep. Maybe I ask TJ and his son to share, and Boon Siong, if Boon Siong you are around. Yeah.